What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming back for another video, or hello if you are new here. My name is Ajazi if you don't already know, and today I'm going to be filming a Q&A for you guys. Two Q&As that I'll be filming, a personal question focused Q&A and a fitness Q&A, and I'll make those two separate videos just so this video doesn't get too long. But I posted on my story on Instagram for you guys to ask me questions. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and without further ado, let's just get into it. Okay, so to start my first question, I have a lot of questions about LA and how I'm doing in LA, how much I'm enjoying LA, and why I moved. And I kind of already talked about this in my moving to LA vlog. So I moved to Los Angeles about 10 weeks ago now, and I cannot believe how fast it's gone by. And truly, I'm happier than I have ever been, like ever. Los Angeles just really feels like home, and I've been just enjoying life so much more out here. The weather, the activities, the culture in LA is just so different from Vegas. And I've been so much more productive, and I enjoy getting my content so much more. And having Mariana to not only help me on the business side of things and getting content and working out together and editing together, but also we have just gotten so much closer since I moved here. She's about 10 minutes away from me, and I am just so grateful. My life has improved significantly since moving here, and I'm just so excited to be here. And every single day I wake up so excited to just do life, and I truly feel like I'm living my dream in Los Angeles, and I wouldn't want it any other way. And I definitely think this experience was 100% worth biting the bullet and taking the risk and moving out here, and I wouldn't change it for the world. I also received a lot of questions about my hair, and I'm definitely going to get a full curly hair routine uploaded onto YouTube, but just for the sake of this video, I coat wash every single day just because I work out and I sweat. I just don't like the feeling of not washing my hair, so I wet it in the shower, put conditioner in it, and comb through my curls every day. I shampoo once a week. That's usually on Sundays, but I can also, or will also, shampoo whenever I feel necessary or if my hair just needs like a good wash, but it's usually about once a week. And then I am obsessed with Miss Jelly's Pillow Soft Curls. Like that, I've tried Miss Jessie's Pillow Soft Curls. I have tried so many different products, and nothing beats Miss Jessie's Pillow Soft Curls. And I also really like Kinky Curly. I'll go grab them just so you can see them. This is my holy grail #1 product ever, Miss Jessie's Pillow Soft Curls. And this tube is like $22 at Target, which is super expensive for only 8 ounces of product. But I have not found anything that I like more than Miss Jessie's Pillow Soft Curls. And then I also like the Kinky Curly Knot Today. It defines my curls a little better because the Miss Jessie's Pillow Soft Curls is such like a soft, almost like a leave-in conditioner, and this one is a little bit more of like a gel texture. So these two together, holy grail. I usually shampoo and condition with Diva Curl. I do low poo because I like suds when I shampoo my hair, and the no poo doesn't have like any foaming at all. So I usually use the low poo with the one condition, but I've also used Organics coconut curls recently because I didn't go pick up more Diva Curl when I ran out, and I'm also very much a fan of that as well. So yeah, but for actually styling my hair, every night when I shower, I put my hair in a single braid, like in the back of my head, and I started doing it ever since I went to my queen of a hairstylist, Danielle Green. She's at Radically Curly on Instagram, and I've had like 3 or so appointments with her, and she has changed my life when it comes to my hair. And I was wearing pineapple buns every night wet after I got out of the shower, and all of this hair underneath here broke off. And it's literally grown so much since then. Like I had like no hair underneath, so all the length of my hair was like on top of my head. And she told me to start braiding my hair because I was breaking my hair off by putting it in a bun while it was wet. And then when I wake up in the morning, my hair is usually damp, and I'll just like stick it in the sink or stick it in the tub, and then apply my Pillow Soft Curls and my Kinky Curly, and then I let it air dry. I don't use any heat of any sort. I don't even blow dry or diffuse my hair, and I haven't straightened it since 2015. So keep the heat off of it, and yeah, take good care of it. Love my hair. It's actually colored. I've had it colored twice now. I had like a cherry red color last fall, and then we put some like caramel blonde highlights in it for the spring and the summertime, and I haven't seen any damage to my hair whatsoever, and I just love you, Danielle. Thank you. I've received a lot of relationship questions, and I also received a specific question asking how to heal from a hard breakup, and I'm here to let you guys know that I am single. I received a lot of questions about my long distance relationship, and we are no longer together. Our paths definitely just took us in different directions, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. But in regards to healing from a hard breakup, I can totally understand where you're coming from. What do you want? Say hello to the... Oh, say hi, Bubs. I am a firm believer that the universe will always deliver, and the people that are supposed to be in your life will be in your life, and the place that you're supposed to be, you'll be. I have a very positive outlook on life. I'm probably the definition of an optimistic person. I really do believe, like, in my heart that everything happens for a reason, and I don't find it in me to dwell on the past or dwell on regret or grudges or anything like that, and to just really focus on yourself and surround yourself with people who make you happy and do things that make you happy. And I know it is much easier said than done, but just remember that you will get through the tough times, and that grieving is important, and to allow yourself to grieve and to allow yourself to feel the sadness, and that healing from a breakup is never linear either, and you'll have your highs and your lows. So don't get discouraged whenever you do have your hard moments. And yeah, I'm sending you all my positive vibes, and I hope that you're doing okay. Mariana asked me, why have you been glowing so much lately, huh? It's because of you, boo. You know that. I got a couple questions about my ethnicity, and I am half black and half Vietnamese. My mom is full Vietnamese and my dad is full black. I also got some questions about equal representation in social media and my company affiliations. And I already have a video about diversity on my channel, and it can be very hard to talk about and to phrase appropriately. But I do think there is a lack of representation in social media, specifically in the fitness community. And I also think there is an overall lack of diversity in social media, which can make it hard for representation to be equal on social media. And it's so hard for tokenism not to become an issue as well. And I think a lot of companies are becoming more culturally and physically diverse, but it is something that takes time, because it also wouldn't be right to sign people or sponsor people solely for their skin color or their body size or whatever else the case may be. But I definitely think the more diversity there is, and that continues to grow in social media, the more comfortable a lot of women and men and different body sizes, different ethnicities will feel comfortable in society and in social media to pursue their own goals. And as a black woman in social media with a curvier figure, I have taken a lot of pride in spreading diversity and just having the opportunity to, I don't know, I don't want to say set an example, but represent different ethnicities and different body types. So I'm very, very grateful. Someone asked me, what did I aspire to be when I was younger, and if I'm happy where life has taken me. And when I was younger, I wanted to be a couple different things. I started out wanting, I don't remember my very first like aspiration, but one of them was like a forensic investigator, like some Dexter, Law and Order, SVU kind of stuff. I didn't really pursue that. And then I wanted to be a lawyer because I don't want to say I liked arguing, but I'm kind of argumentative, but in a non-confrontational way. Like, I just like having discussions and elaborating on stuff. Zuri's staring at me film this video. And then once I got into college, I wanted to do something in the medical field. I was thinking somewhere along the lines of like medical device sales or pharmaceutical sales, something like that. I'm pretty people oriented. And then I was a biology major, and then I switched from biology to kinesiology when I found out that UNR had a kinesiology program, where I decided that I wanted to go to physical therapy school because I had a lot of injuries growing up, from gymnastics to cheer. I've sprained everything: wrist, ankles, knees, back. And then I fractured my growth plate in my heel. I dislocated my knee. I've had slip discs in my back, and I've broken a couple toes and a couple fingers, but other than my dislocation, I haven't had any major bone breaks or anything like that. But I lived at my physical therapist. That honestly might be one of the reasons that I got into like fitness in a way. Like the rehabilitation aspect was just so interesting to me, and I loved going to physical therapy even though I was there for an injury. So I was pursuing physical therapy school, and then I started my fitness page, I believe my junior year of my undergrad, and I was already going through my kinesiology degree. I had a lot of background knowledge in like kinesiology, truthfully, like anatomy and physiology and stuff like that. So that made it easier for me to transition into getting my NASM CPT, and the exam was pretty easy for me, being that I had already taken so many classes about like anatomy and physiology, sports training and stuff like that. And then I ended up getting sponsored by Gymshark last January, PE Science last March, and I decided not to apply for grad school and pursue my business. So I am so happy where life has taken me, and I'm so grateful, and I'm really just truthfully in such a good place right now, and I've never been happier, and it's all thanks to you guys. I'm so grateful for your support, and I really wouldn't be here if it weren't for you. So thank you so much, always. All right, we're back. Sorry if the angle changed, my camera shut off. I think it shuts off after 20 minutes or something like that, and I didn't even know. So I answered a whole question and it wasn't being filmed. And I'm going to end this Q&A off with one last question, and they asked, how do you have such a positive relationship with your body and your body image? And this question definitely kind of hits home right now, just because I feel like I am the happiest I've ever been in my body, not specifically due to my like physique, but just my overall fitness journey and my lifestyle right now. And throughout my fitness journey, I feel like I was constantly working towards someone else's physique. Like I wanted my body to look like somebody else's. And this past year or so, specifically after my bulk that started last September, which I'll talk more about in my fitness Q&A, I feel like I've come to terms with my physique and have truthfully embraced it 100%. And I like where I am sitting right now. Not weight-wise, because I don't actually weigh myself. I've gotten discouraged several times from the weight on the scale, so I just don't even weigh it anymore, but I can definitely tell that I've gotten leaner over the last 8 weeks or so. My lifestyle in LA has changed a lot in comparison to my lifestyle in Vegas, and I've just become happier and healthier and more active throughout the day, and I eat better, and I'm just feeling so good, and I can see the progress in my physique, but also don't feel like I have to be super strict to achieve the goals that I wanted. This is the first time in about 3 years, I believe, that I haven't tracked a single macro since June, because before I left Vegas, I wasn't tracking either, just because I was going out to eat so often, and I went out with my girlfriends and I get drinks and stuff, so I kind of stopped tracking and enjoyed myself before my move, because I was spending time with all my loved ones. And I got to LA and I never started tracking again. Now I feel like I'm free, if that makes sense. I am such like a logical, strategic person, and I love numbers and I love planning. So macros works very, very well for me, and when I do have another physique goal in mind, I will probably go back to tracking macros at some point, leniently, just so I know where my macros and my calories are. But right now, I've just embraced Los Angeles as much as I possibly can, and I go out and I enjoy cocktails and I eat pretty healthy. I found a lot of restaurants out here that I really enjoy that obviously are healthier options tender greens, sweet greens, and a whole bunch of little like coffee shops and breakfast places, and I cannot stop eating out. But I also am not afraid to indulge at all, and I'll get more into this in my fitness Q&A as well. I'm just so anti-restriction of anything, any macro, any foods, any type of restriction. I do not believe in, do not condone anything of the sort. Back to body image, and even with my skin, which I might as well talk about that as well since I just brought that topic in. I got a couple questions about that and I totally forgot. So in February or March of this year, I got a couple little dark spots like in my trunk area, and I was still living at home with my mom, and I was like, Mom, isn't this weird? Like I have these weird little bruises. I thought I was like anemic or low iron or something of the sort. And she was like, yeah, that is pretty strange. Like maybe it'll go away. And we kind of just shrugged it off. And I don't know how many days, weeks went by, and it spread. Like it's everywhere. I'll show you guys right now. I can't see the viewfinder. Oh, yes I can. I've been to 5 dermatologist appointments, 3 different dermatologists. I've gotten a physical to check all my levels of all my different nutrients and hormones and all that kind of stuff. And I got diagnosed with some version of tinea versicolor and pityriasis rosea. Tinea versicolor usually shows up lighter on your skin tone, where you like lose the melanin in your skin, whereas mine are darker spots, which I think that's why most dermatologists don't really know what it is. On top of pityriasis rosea is usually red spots, and my spots are some of the ones that they've seen that are dark that they don't really know exactly how to diagnose it. But neither one of them really have a cure. Tinea versicolor is only usually supposed to last about 12 weeks, and I'm about 6 or 7 months in now. It's said to go away on its own. It's a skin condition caused from like excess moisture and sweating and stuff like that, and my derm said that it was just because I was working out, and I also think it might have had something to do with the supplements that I was taking while I was bulking, and I was eating a lot of carbs. I might have thrown off the pH in my gut, and it showed on my skin. Pityriasis rosea, on the other hand, is usually a red, scaly, itchy rash, and I never had any type of itch or scales or raised bumps of any sort, and that technically doesn't have a cause and usually goes away in about 12 weeks as well, and there's no cure or remedy for that either. So I'm not sure if I were to stop going to the gym if the tinea versicolor would clear up, but I don't want to stop going to the gym. And I was editing the spots out of my pictures for a couple months because I thought it was just gonna go away and I wouldn't have to ever talk about it. But it got to the point where I was getting frustrated editing out my pictures, and I posted an Instagram post about it. Maybe I'll put it on the screen right here, where I just came to terms with it, and I had been editing, and I don't know, it felt deceitful to me. And when I posted that and received hundreds of comments and direct messages about people feeling more comfortable in their skin because they've also dealt with similar conditions or they have their own imperfections, and I think that was a breaking point for me where my body image, not only my physique but my skin as well, became the healthiest it had ever been, because so many girls and women specifically reached out to thank me for sharing that I have a flaw or an imperfection, and that it allowed them to, my voice got a little cracky, kind of makes me emotional, and allowed them to embrace their imperfections and flaws as well. And I'm just, again, so grateful for this platform and the opportunity to be transparent with you guys, even though I was editing them out my pictures for a while. They usually actually don't show up in like pictures that are far away, dependent on the lighting and contrast and exposure and stuff like that. So I don't want you guys to think that I am still editing them out, because I'm not. I call myself a cheetah because it's just all over. So many people ask me how I'm able to not be affected by it. I'm the kind of person where the glass is always half full or completely full and it doesn't get empty. But this skin condition is not affecting my health and my well-being in any way but aesthetically, and I feel like I can't even complain about a couple spots on my skin because people are going through a lot harder situations, whether it be specifically with their health, finances, family, etc. Like, this is the least of my concerns, truthfully, and I'm in such a good place, and I'm not gonna let something as small as some spots on my skin affect how I feel about myself and how happy I am with my life. So yeah, thank you guys so much for sending in all your questions. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already and like this video if you enjoyed it. I will have my fitness Q&A going up as well, so be on the lookout for that. Thank you guys again, and I'll see you guys next time.